We are approaching the solstice here in a couple of days, and whether you're in the northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere, really doesn't matter. What the solstice represents is a shift. It's a change. It's a reversal of what's been happening. So that allows you to bring awareness to all of those changes that are happening within your body. So if you've been just riding these high frequency waves and going through and connecting with your body and clearing a lot of that dense energy, this is a powerful opportunity for you to now set powerful intentions for how you want to move forward. We're heading into a new year, 2025. 2025, from everything that I've been receiving, is going to be an absolute amazing year. You're starting to see that being reflected in reality. We've got all of these crazy things happening, which really shakes up a lot of the old and makes space or creates space for the new to start to come forward. So if you stay anchored to the old and tied to it because maybe the future isn't looking like what you expected it to be, you're going to stay in a lower vibrational state. Your energy is going to remain restricted, and you're not going to be able to readily perceive the new that is available to you in this moment. So that solstice represents that opportunity to kind of shift that way of thinking if you've been focusing on the healing and getting your energy moving. Now set intentions and allow yourself to lean into all of that abundant new energy, high frequency, multidimensional energy that is available to you now. As we move into 2025, we're going to experience a further acceleration of absolutely amazing events as this shift in this planet unfolds. We are going to be experiencing multi-dimensional realities. They're going to start to become more apparent and more abundant in our experiences. It's simply a function of the high frequency light that's been landing, all of that shadow work you've been doing, all of that mindset work, all of that energy healing, getting into the chakras, all of that physical healing is now going to start to really manifest the benefits of that in your reality. You're going to start to experience just incredible things. Now, I've gotten a lot of information about what is coming. Now, I don't get specifics per se because that sets expectations, but I do want to say that things are going to be opening up in a way that could not be perceived, right? Off the radar kind of stuff. That's what we're here for, to experience things as they unfold. If we knew what was going to happen, what would be the point of the experience? So I want to talk about all of these UFO sightings and these drone sightings, all of these things that are happening. I've done a couple videos on that, and that is, again, a function of high frequency energy just landing and starting to manifest. There's a mixture of craft in there. There is human-made craft. There is hybrid technology. There are light ships and ET craft all mixed in together. And the purpose of that is to really offer up this expansive opportunity for consciousness. Now, humanity has been quarantined, and I've talked about in previous videos about the Van Allen belt and how that was kind of like the barrier for humanity to stay at a lower frequency level of consciousness because we were not ready to expand beyond that. But when you look at the perspective of this time-space reality and the fact that time and space, when we look out into space and we think about time and we think about traveling linearly from planet to planet to planet, it seems almost impossible. In fact, it is impossible. The distances and the time are too great. That right there, by its very nature, is the quarantine that humanity has been under. And that quarantine is simply a function of frequency and consciousness. When you are at a lower vibrational state, you are in a dense reality that manifests as time and space. So distance and periods of time, that's how we measure movement in this dense reality. Now, what's happening now is we are starting to become aware of alternative ways of moving through time and space. And that is a function of an increase in consciousness. Frequency rises, and we start to see things and perceive things that tend to defy the laws of physics, right? The laws of physics were put in place based on our level of consciousness. Time, space, distance, those types of concepts. But when you start thinking multidimensionally, those fall away because they are left at a lower frequency timeline or lower frequency reality. And you start to realize that all of these thoughts, physics, a lot of those types of teachings were really limiting consciousness to a time-space reality. We start thinking from a quantum perspective and realize that there really is no time and there really is no distance. It was just a function of a lower state of consciousness. So as you look to the sky, you look to the stars, you see this vast distance, you see things, maybe craft and drones, things you don't understand. Take that as a sign to release these beliefs on these lower frequency timelines. Humanity will return to a state of being, a state of consciousness where the space and the time is no longer as fixed or as relevant as it once was. And it's not that the physics have changed, it's that humanity has changed. And those old ideas are no longer relevant, they no longer serve humanity. As we move into 2025, we are going to have opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to release those ties, release those anchors that tie us to an old, fixed, quarantined-based reality where humanity was stuck on Earth because the distance, the space, the time was just too great, was just too vast to be able to go anywhere in a limited human existence, a limited human lifetime, right? But as we return to our multidimensional, our true multidimensional nature, all of that will fall away. Bilocation, multidimensional experiences, being able to be in multiple places at once. These types of experiences will start to become natural for you. They were always within you, but they will be unlocked within your DNA. And you will start to be able to remember how to have those experiences. We know quantumly that there is a concept called non-locality, right? Where there can be communications between particles that are nowhere near each other. That takes that time and takes that space out of the equation. It is no longer relevant. You have the ability to become non-local. That's how these craft can go from one spot to the next in a blink of an eye. They're not traveling through space vast distances because the frequency that they're at, the level of consciousness that our star family is at, those concepts don't apply, right? It's a completely different reality. It is multi-dimensional. We are returning to that. This is the beginning of that awakening, of that awareness. We're just starting to see things that defy our idea of reality, and we're starting to question what's going on. These are expansive experiences, not to be feared. I will repeat that. Expansive experiences, not to be feared. We are remembering who we are. That quarantine is lifting, and as that happens, new technologies that were always there will move into our experience. I'm talking about medical technologies, med beds, propulsion systems, craft that are operated consciously. All of these amazing technologies that we thought were once impossible, that defied the law of physics, right? Based on what we expected those laws to be at that lower level of consciousness, will start to come forward. We will have to redefine how we perceive our universe because we will be elevating into a completely different one. And we will be doing that with awareness. That's what it means to be multidimensional. It is so exciting. Ever since my mom passed, one of the big things with her when we communicate and connect has been 5-5, 5-5, 5-5-5, 5-5s all the time. When I see those, I always feel my mom. I remember a week after she passed, my wife's cell phone, we were at a hotel, and my wife's cell phone, the alarm went off. She never set her alarm. The alarm went off. It was 5:55 a.m. in the morning. Now my phone was off completely, so she couldn't do that on my phone. But on my wife's phone, who she left hers on all night, the alarm went off at 5:55. She didn't set it. Completely amazing. This was a sign for my mom. This was right after she passed away. It was like within a week or two, I believe. This was back in 2018. Ever since then, a lot of 5-5s. Now, 2025 is the year that I turn 55. And I've had this thing, this knowing within me that for whatever reason, I don't know exactly what it is, that this year is going to be absolutely amazing or pivotal in this experience, whether that relates to me personally or whether that relates to the world and humanity collectively. I don't know. All I know is that something big is coming. I'm so excited for it. I'm going to share it with you as we go into 2025 and through 2025, all the amazing experiences that I have. I hope you have some of your own as well, and definitely share them in the comments on this channel as you experience these amazing synchronicities, the amazing expansion, the step into or up to the multidimensional you. Share them. Engage with others on this channel. There are so many people that are still in fear that need you to share your stable, aligned, energetic energy and know that you're experiencing the same things, but from a perspective of love and compassion and not fear. We are here together. We are here as one. We are light workers. We are star seeds. We are reconnecting with the truth of who we are, and our star family is here in force to fully support you. I am so excited for what is to come. The solstice is kicking off that shift. So just remain excited, feel the energy, keep your energy flowing, work through all of the things your body is calling you to work through in terms of healing, and we are headed for an amazing year. Thank you.